Hello friends. In this video, we'll take a closer look at the 6 most expensive and valuable United States Washington quarters. From rare transitional errors to pristine high-grade pieces, you'll discover the history, rarity, and collector demand that make these coins true treasures in American numismatics. We'll explore the true market value that make these quarters so highly sought after by collectors. First up, we're talking about the most rare. The 1965 Washington quarter without a mint mark holds a unique place in United States coinage history and has become one of the most talked about coins among modern collectors. While most 1965 quarters are common and worth face value, there are rare exceptions that can command substantial sums, especially those struck on silver planchets left over from 1964 production or those displaying notable mint errors. These scarce pieces, particularly in exceptional condition or with unusual attributes, are highly sought after by numismatists. Their appeal comes from a combination of historical significance, transitional year intrigue, and the challenge of finding examples in high grades, making them a compelling target for collectors who appreciate both rarity and the stories behind their coins. The 1965 Washington quarter marked a turning point in American coinage. This was the first year the U.S. Mint transitioned away from the traditional 90% silver composition to a copper-nickel-clad planchet, a decision driven by rising silver prices and a national coin shortage. The Coinage Act of 1965 eliminated silver from circulating dimes and quarters, fundamentally changing the look, feel, and value of these coins. All quarters from this year bear no mint mark, as the mint temporarily suspended them to discourage coin hoarding during the transition. This historical shift gives the 1965 quarter an important place in the Washington quarter series, symbolizing a major economic and material change in U.S. coin production. In terms of design, the 1965 quarter retained the familiar motifs introduced in 1932. The obverse features John Flanagan's classic portrait of George Washington, facing left, with the inscriptions "Liberty" above, "In God We Trust" to the left, and the date, 1965, below. The reverse depicts an eagle with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows, framed by olive branches, a symbol of both strength and peace. These coins measure 24.3 millimeters in diameter, weigh 5.67 grams in their copper-nickel-clad form, and have a reeded edge. The rare silver planchet errors, however, weigh slightly more, about 6.25 grams, which is one way collectors identify them. While the design itself is not unique to this year, the mix of clad and leftover silver strikes during the transition makes 1965 an especially intriguing date for specialists. Rarity in the 1965 quarter comes primarily from two sources: transitional errors and exceptional condition. Most quarters from this year were produced in massive numbers, over 1.8 billion, making typical examples common. However, a small number were accidentally struck on leftover 1964 silver planchets, making them rare and highly valuable. Additionally, finding a 1965 quarter in uncirculated condition with sharp details and minimal contact marks is challenging, as they were heavily circulated. Quarters graded MS-67 or higher are scarce, and those in pristine condition with full luster can bring impressive premiums. Error varieties, such as double strikes, off-center strikes, and broad strikes, add another layer of desirability for error collectors. In today's market, an ordinary circulated 1965 clad quarter has no added value beyond its face value. However, high-grade examples graded MS-67 can sell for $300 to $500, while the elusive silver planchet error coins can fetch thousands. Depending on weight verification and authentication, a genuine 1965 quarter struck on a silver planchet may sell for $5,000 to $10,000 or more at auction. Rare mint errors, especially when certified by PCGS or NGC, have also sold for several $1,000s. The coin's value is driven by condition rarity, error desirability, and the historical interest surrounding the 1965 transition away from silver. For collectors, identifying valuable 1965 quarters requires careful inspection. Weighing the coin is the first step in detecting a possible silver planchet strike. Authentication by a reputable third-party grading service, such as PCGS or NGC, is essential for confirming both metal composition and condition. Collectors should look for coins with sharp details, strong luster, and minimal marks. The 1965 Washington quarter without a mint mark stands as a fascinating collectible due to its historical importance, transitional year rarity, and potential for high market value in exceptional cases. While the vast majority remain common, the rare silver planchet errors and superb high-grade clad examples offer both seasoned collectors and new hobbyists an exciting challenge. Its story reflects a major change in U.S. coinage, making it more than just pocket change. It's a tangible piece of history. For those willing to search rolls, attend shows, and study diagnostics, this coin offers the thrill of discovery and the possibility of owning a truly valuable piece of mid-20th century American numismatics. And secondly, we explore the most valuable and rare. The 1966 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, highly prized by collectors for its unique place in the series and its relative scarcity. In top grades, struck during a transitional period in U.S. coinage, this quarter holds particular appeal due to its lack of a mint mark, a feature that distinguishes it from other issues of the era. Collectors value it not only for its historical context but also for its potential as a worthwhile investment, especially in uncirculated or near-mint condition. The coin's demand stems from its connection to the mid-1960s, a time when the U.S. Mint was adapting to changing economic conditions and shifting public demand for coinage, making it a tangible artifact of that era. The 1966 Washington quarter was produced during a period when the U.S. Mint was phasing out silver from circulating coinage due to rising metal prices and hoarding by the public. While quarters had traditionally been made of 90% silver, the 1966 issue was composed of a copper-nickel clad composition, marking a significant shift in American currency. The absence of a mint mark indicates it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the primary facility responsible for producing coinage for circulation. This quarter does not commemorate a specific event, but rather represents the broader shift in U.S. monetary policy, making it a subtle yet important piece of mid-20th century economic history. The design of the 1966 Washington quarter follows the classic John Flanagan motif, featuring a left-facing portrait of George Washington on the obverse, surrounded by the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." The reverse depicts a heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing strength and peace. The coin's clad composition gives it a distinct appearance compared to its silver predecessors, with a brighter, more modern look. High-grade examples, particularly those with full strikes and minimal wear, showcase the intricate details of Flanagan design, making them especially desirable. The absence of a mint mark adds to its uniqueness, as Philadelphia Mint coins of this era typically did not carry one unless they were proof strikes. Rarity plays a key role in the value of the 1966 Washington quarter without a mint mark. While the mintage was substantial, with over 821 million pieces produced, finding examples in pristine condition is challenging due to extensive circulation. Coins graded MS 65 or higher are particularly scarce, as most surviving specimens show signs of wear or bag marks. The lack of notable varieties or errors in this issue means that condition is the primary driver of value, with well-preserved examples commanding significant premiums. Collectors often seek out coins with original luster, sharp details, and minimal contact marks, as these traits are indicative of high-grade specimens. Market value for the 1966 Washington quarter varies widely based on condition. Circulated examples are common and typically trade for a small premium over face value, while uncirculated coins in MS 63 to MS 65 can fetch between $500 and $1,000. Exceptional specimens graded MS 66 or higher are far rarer and may sell for $2,000 or more, particularly if they exhibit exceptional eye appeal. Auction records show that top-tier examples with full strikes and attractive toning can achieve even higher prices, reflecting strong demand from serious collectors. The coin's affordability in lower grades makes it accessible to new collectors, while high-grade examples appeal to advanced numismatists seeking quality. For collectors interested in acquiring a 1966 Washington quarter, careful examination is essential to ensure authenticity and quality. Purchasing coins certified by reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC provides assurance of condition and authenticity, reducing the risk of overpaying for improperly graded pieces. Storage in inert holders or albums helps preserve the coins, surface, and prevent environmental damage. Collectors should also familiarize themselves with the subtle differences between circulated and uncirculated examples, as original mint luster is a key indicator of grade. Building relationships with trusted dealers or participating in numismatic auctions can yield the best opportunities to acquire high-quality specimens. The 1966 Washington quarter, without a mint mark, holds a special place in U.S. numismatics as a bridge between the silver and clad eras of coinage. Its historical significance, combined with its accessibility and potential for appreciation, makes it a compelling choice for collectors. The 1966 Washington quarter, without a mint mark, is a standout piece for collectors due to its transitional composition, classic design, and relative scarcity in high grades. Its connection to the shift from silver to clad coinage adds historical depth, while its affordability in circulated conditions makes it an excellent entry point for new enthusiasts. As with all collectibles, condition and provenance are critical, and certified examples and top grades represent the best investment potential. Whether appreciated for its history, design, or numismatic significance, this quarter remains an enduring favorite among collectors and a testament to the evolving story of American coinage. And thirdly, we're going to explore the 1967 Washington quarter. Without a mint mark stands as one of the more intriguing coins of its era, attracting both casual hobbyists and serious numismatists. While not initially struck with the intention of becoming a rarity, certain high-grade examples and specific varieties have achieved impressive market values, making this coin a notable target for collectors. It bridges the gap between a widely circulated, everyday coin and a niche investment piece due to its combination of historical context, design appeal, and conditional scarcity. Today, the most valuable specimens command strong bidding competition, especially among those who focus on the transitional period of U.S. coinage in the mid-20th century. This quarter emerged during a turbulent time for American coin production. The mid to late 1960s saw the U.S. Mint grappling with a national coin shortage and the removal of silver from circulating dimes and quarters. The 1967 Washington quarter was struck entirely without mint marks, a deliberate move to discourage coin hoarding during the shortage. It was produced exclusively at the Philadelphia Mint, and while hundreds of millions were made, its significance lies in its role as a product of a historical shift from precious metal content to copper-nickel clad coinage. For collectors, it represents not just a denomination, but a piece of the broader economic and political decisions shaping U.S. money in the 1960s. Design-wise, the 1967 quarter continues the familiar Washington portrait by sculptor John Flanagan. On the obverse, depicting the nation's first president in a left-facing profile, accompanied by the word liberty, the national motto, "In God We Trust," and the date, 1967. The reverse features the heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows and framed by olive branches, a strong symbol of American unity and defense. Composed of copper-nickel over a pure copper core, the coin measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter and weighs 5.67 grams. While common in circulated grades, examples with sharp strikes, full detail in Washington's hair, and pristine, original luster stand out significantly in the marketplace. Rarity for the 1967 Washington quarter is not about low mintage, but about survival in top condition. As these coins were struck for circulation and handled in large quantities, very few survived without bag marks, scratches, or wear. Coins graded mint state 67 or higher are genuinely scarce, with superb gem examples bordering on elusive. Special mint set SMS versions were produced in 1967, replacing traditional proof sets for the year, and these often have a satin-like finish that can be mistaken for proofs, though the SMS coins themselves can be valuable if they exhibit exceptional quality or cameo contrast. Certain die varieties, such as double die obverse or reverses, can also command significant premiums in today's market. A regular 1967 quarter in average circulated condition is worth only face value, but the story changes dramatically for top-grade pieces. Certified mint state 66 examples might bring $40 to $70, while MS67 coins often sell in the $350 to $600 range, depending on eye appeal and strike quality. The rarest survivors, graded MS68 by top-tier grading services, have achieved auction prices exceeding $4,000. SMS quarters with strong cameo contrast can also reach several $100s. Demand for these coins has risen steadily, fueled by registry-set competition and the desire for pristine clad-era examples, which remain harder to find than many silver counterparts. For collectors aiming to secure a valuable 1967 Washington quarter, attention to detail is critical. Examining strike sharpness, luster, and contact marks is essential, and certification by PCGS or NGC can verify authenticity and grade. When purchasing, focus on coins with clean surfaces and strong visual appeal, as even small imperfections can significantly impact value. Collectors should store these coins in inert, airtight holders and avoid excessive handling to preserve their condition. Auctions, trusted dealers, and established numismatic forums are the most reliable sources for acquiring high-grade examples or rare varieties. Beyond its monetary and historical aspects, the 1967 Washington quarter also holds a certain nostalgic charm for collectors who appreciate coins as cultural artifacts. This quarter circulated during a time of significant social change in America, passing through countless hands during the height of the space race, the Vietnam War, and a rapidly evolving pop culture scene. For many, owning a high-grade 1967 quarter is like holding a small, enduring piece of that era, an object that witnessed the day-to-day life of a transformative decade. Its simple, unaltered design has aged gracefully, and the challenge of finding a flawless example in today's market adds a layer of excitement to the hunt. In this way, the coin is more than a numismatic collectible. It's a silent witness to history, preserving the look, feel, and spirit of mid-century America in a way that modern coins simply cannot replicate. The 1967 Washington quarter without a mint mark captures a turning point in U.S. coinage history. Its appeal lies in the blend of everyday familiarity and the challenge of finding truly exceptional specimens. Whether valued for its role in the post-silver era, its iconic design, or its potential as a long-term investment, it offers collectors an opportunity to own a tangible link to a defining moment in American numismatics. For the dedicated enthusiast, it is a coin that rewards patience, sharp eyes, and a deep appreciation for the subtleties that elevate a common piece into a prized collectible. And fourthly, we're talking about the most expensive and valuable. The 1968 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, highly sought after by collectors for its rarity and unique production. Circumstances. Struck during a transitional period in U.S. coinage, this quarter stands out due to its lack of a mint mark, a feature that distinguishes it from other coins of the same year. Collectors prize this issue not only for its scarcity, but also for its connection to a time when the U.S. Mint was adjusting its production processes. The coin's appeal lies in its blend of historical significance and the challenge it presents to complete a high-grade set of Washington quarters, making it a standout piece for both novice and seasoned numismatists. The 1968 Washington quarter was minted during a period of significant change for the U.S. Mint. Following the Coinage Act of 1965, which removed silver from circulating coins to combat hoarding, the quarter transitioned to a copper-nickel clad composition. The absence of a mint mark on the 1968 quarter is unusual because, by this time, mint marks had been temporarily removed from all coins to prevent collectors from stockpiling pieces from specific mints. However, the 1968 quarter without a mint mark was actually produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not place mint marks on coins until later years. This makes the 1968 issue a curious anomaly, bridging the gap between the transitional coinage of the mid-1960s and the return of mint marks in 1968 for proof sets. The design of the 1968 Washington quarter follows the classic John Flanagan motif, featuring a left-facing portrait of George Washington on the obverse, surrounded by the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." The reverse depicts a heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing strength and peace. What makes this coin visually distinctive in high grades is its sharp strike and luster, particularly on the eagle's feathers and Washington's hair. Since the coin is clad rather than silver, it lacks the radiant toning of earlier issues, but well-preserved examples exhibit a bright, reflective surface that appeals to collectors. The absence of a mint mark adds to its uniqueness, making it a subtle but important variety. Rarity plays a crucial role in the desirability of the 1968 no mint mark quarter. While millions were struck, high-grade uncirculated examples are scarce, due to circulation wear and the lack of special care given to clad coins at the time. Unlike proof coins, which were deliberately preserved, business strike quarters from this era often entered commerce and suffered damage. As a result, finding one in mint state, MS, condition, particularly MS 65 or higher, is a challenge. The coin's rarity is further amplified by the fact that many collectors overlook clad issues, focusing instead on silver coins, which means high-grade examples of this quarter are often undervalued relative to their scarcity. Market values for the 1968 no mint mark quarter vary significantly based on condition. A circulated example might fetch only a small premium over face value, while an uncirculated specimen graded MS 63 can command $500 to $10p0. In higher grades, such as MS 65, prices range from $2,000 to $3,000, and top-tier examples graded MS 67 or above have sold for upwards of $4,000 in auctions. The coin's value is driven by its condition rarity and the growing interest in clad Washington quarters as a collectible series. Unlike key-date silver coins, this quarter's appreciation has been steady rather than explosive, making it a more accessible yet still rewarding target for collectors. For those seeking to add this coin to their collection, careful inspection is essential. Look for full details in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, as these areas reveal where first. Certification by reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC is highly recommended, as it guarantees authenticity and condition. Storage in a climate-controlled environment, using archival quality holders, will preserve the coin's surfaces. Acquiring this quarter can be done through reputable dealers, numismatic auctions, or collector networks, where knowledgeable sellers can provide provenance and accurate grading assessments. Patience is key, as high-grade examples appear infrequently on the market. Beyond its numismatic appeal, the 1968 no mint mark Washington quarter also serves as a tangible link to a pivotal moment in U.S. monetary history, reflecting the shift from silver to clad coinage amid economic pressures. Its understated design and unassuming appearance belie its importance as a transitional piece, making it a favorite among collectors who appreciate coins with subtle historical narratives. The 1968 Washington quarter, without a mint mark, is a compelling piece of U.S. numismatic history, offering collectors a blend of scarcity, historical intrigue, and aesthetic appeal. Its production during a pivotal era in coinage reform and its status as a transitional issue make it a noteworthy addition to any collection. While not as flashy as silver rarities, its understated significance and condition-dependent value make it a rewarding find for those who appreciate the nuances of modern coinage. As interest in clad Washington quarters grows, this coin's appeal and market value are likely to rise, solidifying its place as a hidden gem in the world of numismatics. And now we're going to explore the most valuable and expensive, ultra-rare the 1970 D Washington quarter holds a respected position in the world of coin collecting, particularly when found in exceptional condition or with certain rare varieties. Struck at the Denver Mint during a period of transition in American coinage, this quarter is not only valued for its face value, but also for its historical and numismatic significance. While millions were produced for circulation, only a small fraction survive today in pristine, uncirculated condition, making high-grade examples a serious target for collectors. The allure lies not just in its age or silverless composition, but in its place within the broader Washington Quarter series, representing a period when design traditions continued amidst an evolving minting landscape. The year 1970 came at a time when the United States Mint was still adapting to the coinage changes of the mid-1960s. The Coinage Act of 1965 had permanently removed silver from circulating quarters, replacing it with a copper-nickel-clad composition. The Denver Mint, known for producing large quantities of coins for everyday commerce, played a crucial role in meeting national demand. In this historical context, the 1970 D quarter is emblematic of the era's economic realities and the Mint's commitment to durability and mass production. There was no special commemorative event tied to this coin, yet its significance today stems from its position in a highly collected series and the minting quality associated with the Denver facility in terms of design. The obverse features the iconic bust of George Washington, sculpted by John Flanagan and first introduced in 1932. His profile faces left, framed by the word Liberty above and the national motto, In God We Trust, to the left. The date, 1970, appears below Washington's portrait, while the small D mint mark is placed just to the right of the ribbon in Washington's hair. The reverse depicts the heraldic eagle with wings spread, perched upon a bundle of arrows with olive branches beneath, symbolizing the balance of military readiness and peace. The coin's composition is a copper-nickel clad over a pure copper core, measuring 24.3 millimeters in diameter and weighing 5.67 grams. While the design was common across years, sharp details, crisp edges, and original mint luster set apart the most desirable specimens. Rarity for the 1970 D Washington Quarter primarily comes from condition and select era varieties. Over 417 million were minted, which means circulated examples are common. However, examples that remain in MS66 or higher grades are significantly scarcer, as most coins entered circulation and quickly picked up wear. Certain rare varieties, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or transitional planchet errors, can command strong premiums. Additionally, coins with exceptional toning, particularly rainbow hues that develop naturally over decades, are sought after by specialists for their unique visual appeal. Market value for the 1970 D quarter varies widely based on condition and variety. Well-circulated pieces trade only for face value, but certified uncirculated examples in MS65 can range from $12 to $25. High-end pieces in MS67 or better, which are very rare, have been known to sell for $250 or more at major auctions. Rare era varieties can push prices far higher, with some exceptional pieces reaching into the low thousands, depending on their rarity and demand. Market trends indicate that well-preserved clad Washington quarters from the 1970s have been gaining interest, especially as collectors seek to complete high-grade sets in certified holders. For collectors interested in acquiring a 1970 D Washington quarter of investment quality, attention to detail is crucial. Look for sharp strikes, clean fields free of distracting marks, and strong mint luster. Third-party grading from trusted services such as PCGS or NGC is highly recommended to verify authenticity and condition, because clad coins can tone or discolor. If stored improperly, they should be kept in inert holders, such as mylar flips or archival quality capsules, and stored in a cool, dry environment. Attending coin shows, bidding in reputable auctions, or networking with established dealers can increase the chances of finding a top-tier example. The 1970 D Washington Quarter is a reminder that value in numismatics often emerges from a blend of history, artistry, and condition. While millions were minted, the finest survivors are treasured for their sharp detail, original brilliance, and placed within the enduring Washington Quarter series. Whether pursued for a complete date and mint collection or as a standout high-grade piece, the coin offers both visual appeal and a tangible connection to American coinage history. In conclusion, the 1970 D Washington Quarter may not have the silver content or immediate rarity of earlier dates, but in the world of clad quarters, it holds a significant place. Its combination of historical relevance, classic design, and scarcity in superb condition ensures its ongoing desirability. For both seasoned numismatists and newer collectors, this coin represents a rewarding pursuit, one that captures the enduring charm of U.S. coinage and the excitement of finding perfection in a series where it is far from common.